Yo, boys and girls, it's your boy Davest here, back with another video. Hope you're all staying safe during the coronavirus outbreak. I hope you, your families, your friends, your neighbours, your cats, your dogs, your goldfish are all safe from the killing disease. I know it's very hard for families to be stuck inside, like myself here, me, the girlfriend, the dog, all stuck inside here, just waiting to eventually be let out to go do what we want. But no, it's struggling times for everyone, and I hope that everyone, like I said, is safe and sound, and just remember to follow the guidelines to stay in and only go out if it is essential, if I get my words out. But into the video today, boys and girls. So after it was recently announced in the Essex newspaper that Southend will eventually, hopefully, after many years, be moving into their new stadium, I just thought I have to make a video about this, just to say we've been waiting so long for this to happen, and now it might actually be a dream come true for us fans to move into maybe a new stadium, one that looks a bit more modern. There's nothing wrong with Roots Hall. I love the stadium. I like the old-fashioned sense of how you walk in and you just get look on the pitch, the old-style seats. I love all that. But no, I think it was overdue that we moved to a modernised stadium to help attract bigger players to the club, to help the investments come in, just to help the whole club in general, really. So I'm just going to discuss today what the stadium is A, going to look like, B, what it can do for the club, like I've just said, and how it comes down money-wise and for the fans. So starting off with the stadium itself, it's actually been announced that original plans, it was a 21,000 seater stadium, 22,000 maybe, around that mark, but now it's actually gone down to a 14,000 seater stadium, which, if you compare to Roots Hall, isn't actually that much more. It's about an extra 2,000, 2,500 seats that you just squeeze in. That's pretty much half a stand. But one really annoying thing that I might have heard about on Twitter and from messages of people messaging me, thank you all by the way, is that the stadium might be three-sided like Oxford United's one, the Kassam, and I'm not a fan of that. It just looks empty on that other end, unless you're going to have something there maybe promoting Southend or a scoreboard, not like Oxford's one, please, that's just dire. But no, just something in there I just really don't like that. I'd rather have, like Roots Hall, like a 4,000, not 4,000, like a four-sided stadium, just because you can keep the noise in the ground when the boys get behind the team. It's just so much louder, so much better. And if you're missing that stand, it's just like all the sounds you make for that team, it just drains out that way. You've got nothing coming if you're attacking like this end of the pitch, which is quite... it's just sad almost to hear that. I went to Rotherham Stadium and did try to vlog it, but the vlog just didn't work, so yeah, apologies guys. But no, their stadium is very nice. I think it's four-sided. You got about, I don't know, just off the top of my head, about 3,000 seats in each one, maybe four, I don't know, Rotherham fans or anyone who knows that stadium a bit more, correct me on that, I haven't actually read that part up. But no, I do like their stadium, and if we could copy something like that, make it modern, I think we'd have a really good chance of the attractiveness of the club. But no, hopefully it's not a three-sided stadium, just because, yeah, like I've said, I just think it wouldn't keep the atmosphere inside and the environment would just be lost. Something else recently announced about the stadium is that all the restaurants, shops and cinema, and there was planned a 50 million cinema to be put around there, maybe to help revenue for the club, to bring in money. So each month, if it was rent, they have to pay like the club a bit of money, maybe to help keep players, attract more players, to pay wages, to pay transfer fees. Yeah, that's been cancelled, and I do not know why. I don't know if there's something behind it, like a logical reason, like it'll be overcrowded for the stadium, the car parking, or anything in particular like that. But it's just been wiped out, cancelled straight off the slate. Like I said, it's just why. It would help us pay money. Whether it's a council decision or not is totally different. But they plan to put some houses around it, similar to Roots Hall. So I don't know if that's going to help invest in the club, because right now Roots Hall, we aren't really... We have the most highest wage in League One, or the highest wage, the 8th highest wage budget in League One. And just if we had those other complexes around, not only would it help the club to have more money, but it would just be great for people to be coming down to the stadium, even if it wasn't for like Southend's cause. So from my perspective for this stadium, it's also a lot easier for the driving people, because for me, I drive to Southend as often as I can. It takes me about an hour and a bit just to get there. Yeah, I'm not actually living in Southend, but I was born there, I support the team from there, so I have to keep my traditions going with it. But no, just for the driving aspect, it'd be a much easier place for Fossett's Farm rather than Roots Hall. With Roots Hall, you come to a set of crossroads and you've got to fight your way either to the west stand, the east stand, the north stand, just getting into that stadium, trying to find parking. parking is horrific. I think you wait in queues, and I missed the Gillingham kickoff. Check out that video, by the way. We did eventually lose, but hey, still a good game. But no, check out that video. But I was 10 minutes late just due to not be able to find parking, traffic building up around there. It's just all a mess. So now hopefully with Fawcett's Farm being down a dual carriageway, hopefully there'll be an easier access point, or maybe instead of just being one entrance, make maybe an entrance for each stand. So for the south stand, you make a drive into there. There is plenty of car parking space, I found out. There's going to be, I think it's free, potentially 4 big car parks around the grounds and its surrounding area. And it's also not too far from Southend's current training ground, Boots and Laces. It's actually, I think, just one street across, or one block if you're American, or whatever you want to call it. It's not actually that far away. So from a training perspective, it'd be so much easier. Whether we keep Boots and Laces is a different thing, or if we move it over to the stadium or something like that. I don't know how that's going to work, but I think for the time being, Boots and Laces is still a really good cause for it. It's only, like I said, one block away. It helps with the players. They can train maybe before a game, or maybe just like a couple of hours or a couple of days before, and you could just walk over to the stadium there and then, or you could train in the stadium. It's just, you've got so many options for the team for training, and just like for fans, it's so much easier for the fans to get to the game. It's how we have to say, oh, I'm not going to be able to get a parking spot. There's no point in going. I'll just listen to it on the radio or watch on the TV. It just increases, hopefully, us filling up that 14,000 seater, and hopefully being able to get more noise and atmosphere. I'm trying to link this all together behind the team and the boys. So as far as I know, for the new stadium, I've not heard there's been a final cost announced for any of this. I'm going to guess it's going to be quite high in the millions. Obviously, it's going to be a new seater stadium. It's going to do bits for the club. I'm just worried how we're going to be able to pay this off, because I've heard the government are helping us with an inject loan or something to help us pay for this stadium. But like, if we're still in debt, which I hope we're not due to the season not continuing, and we're being, Premier League clubs are paying the little clubs, just giving them money each so often just to survive, just so they don't all go bust. I just fear how we're going to pay this stadium off as well, with players with big wage, well, some with big wage budgets, some as not, which is helpful for us. But no, I'm just worried of that aspect of things. Like, once it's built, hooray, you can have tons of fans coming in for your first few games. But if you start losing and going on a downward spiral, are we going to be able to pay this off? Like, we haven't paid our players for 2 months. Well, we did eventually, but it was just too late. And we had now the winding up order. Can't sign anyone for January. Don't know when we can re-sign people. It's just, well, we do know when we can re-sign people, actually, sorry. It's after 700k has been paid off. But no, that's just the worrying aspect for me as a fan to see. Like, if we continue this, if we take this downward spiral into like next season, if the stadium's built by then, or next year, if it's done then, it's just, that's worrying for me. Because if this all happens again, then I can't see the club doing well at all, surviving much longer, if we cannot afford A, to pay the players, or B, to pay off a stadium. That's just, oh. So I'm going to show now a couple of images of the new stadium. You've probably already seen some through this video right now, but no, I'm just going to show a couple more now. So they're just going to be on a slideshow in front of my face. And I can't really say much else for this video, boys and girls. It's just, I'm very happy and excited for us to be moving. I know it doesn't look like I'm happy or excited, but I generally am for it. It's just, like I said, the worrying side of paying it off, hoping we get a good run in the new stadium. It gets rid of like our worries of playing at home, as our home record is really not good at all. So it's just that bit, that behind what you think at the back of your head, like, can we actually survive in this league? Can we do good things for it? But no, boys and girls, I'm going to wrap this video up here now so I don't waffle on for too much. But anyway, boys and girls, stick around on the channel. There's going to be more videos coming out in the next few days, in the next few weeks, due to the fact of we can't really do much else. So I might as well bring you guys some content, some information on Southend, or anything. It might be gaming, it might be anything, but there should be a big announcement video in the coming weeks. I'd say about 1 week from today, maybe 9-10 days, there'll be a big announcement video come out, something special from my family to you guys, and just hopefully you can all join us on that little adventure. But anyway, boys and girls, I've been Diversity, and guess what, guys, it goes like peace.